insults at Crowder. Thankfully, the fan behavior did not mimic what happened in Philadelphia and at the Knicks games. And he didn't mention Utah, but the point was, he says it was relatively civil. Well, that means it was pretty below the belt in what they were chanting at Jay Crowder, but he asked for it, and he got it.
But Skip, this is why I'm saying LeBron. Now, if you tell me AD took it personal,
he might have.
I got no problem, because not only did you question the veracity of his championship, you got to guard him. Skip, that's who got to guard him, because they start the game. Mikal Bridges starts on LeBron.
He does.
Ayton starts on Drum.
Yep.
And Jay Crowder got AD. Now, the guy that you got to guard, that's 6'10", that's an all-NBA player. He's regarded as one of the top players in all the NBA.
Yes.
You just basically said, man, that championship you got is fraudulent. You a fraud, and you got a fraudulent championship.
It was actually aimed at AD. I just thought LeBron would take it just as personally.
No, AD did.
Okay, but you cannot tell me LeBron didn't have a ball last night in the second half, taunting and clowning and embarrassing Jay Crowder. Because remember what happened with 7.5 minutes left?
Up and under.
Yeah, can we see that, please? Okay, look at your man Big Penguin on the bench during this play.
Hey, because Big Penguin knows. He done been around LeBron so long. He know what's coming.
Here he goes. I'm going to lean on you. 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 Here we go.
Look at Drum.
I'm going to lean. I'm going to lean. Drum's mimicking the lean. Drum's leaning. He's leaning, and LeBron finally spins on him and goes up and under. LeBron had to kind of really oomph it to get up and under a little bit. It took a little bit more effort than he used to require to go up and under. He might have reverse slammed it back in the day, right?
Yeah, he definitely would.
Okay.
And then Skip, when people, I don't know if they saw it, he did this to Jay. Like, that was a nasty move on you.
Nasty.
And that's when Jay shoved him down.
Okay, and it started to get really chippy, and it degenerates all the way down to Booker is so frustrated that, if we can see at the end, Schroeder goes up and is in midair, and this is just flat out dangerous. AD just scalded him after the game, and he just shoves him down, and Crowder got a little piece of him on the way down.
Yeah, he pushed him. Crowder pushed him off.
He got him from the back.
I thought they were going to call a tech on him, too.
Yeah, it's a double push. Well, they got even with Crowder soon after this. Yep, there you go. And AD was all over Booker for that, saying it's just too dangerous because you're in midair.
Well, Skip, I think the thing is what Booker is suffering from is that light skin disease. Is that a lot of times those guys they say they're soft, and so he's trying to say, I'm not soft.
Okay, I got it.
And so you
watch this.
Yeah, so I'm going to show, because remember, he's been going all year at Paul George. That's the guy that every time they play, he keeps saying call Paul all kind of names, saying this and that.
He has.
But for me, Skip, you're right. The frustration, you see it start to boil over.
It just boiled over, and that was a flagrant two.
Even though that was his sixth foul, he was already
He's
out.
going to be gone.
But they said, no, you can't even go sit on the sideline. And then Jay Crowder kept saying something. I think he called talking. He called Schroeder something.
He called
and they said, you know what? You get out of here. I think that was Sean Wright that threw him out.
And it was a wise move, because the game is over, and it's not going to get any better. So you might as well just send him to the showers. Just get him out of harm's way, or something worse is going to happen.
This game was supposed to be about 30. If the Lakers could shoot a lick.
They shot from 3, 7 of 28. What is that, 25%?
Skip, they were 4 of 17 on wide open threes. That means 6 feet or more.
Boy, your researcher, Steve, he's getting after it, isn't he?
And the Suns were 7 of 10. Skip, this is what I believe Monty Williams should have done. Chris, we're going to sit you out this game. We may or may not win, but we want to give you as much time to recover, so we're going to go all in on Sunday. Cameron Payne is playing really
played well.
Skip, he's really without him, they'd have got blown out, because he came in, he had hit like 3 threes right away, got to the basket. He played phenomenal. He is the only guy that was on their team that didn't have a negative plus-minus. Let him play, DeAndre Ayton.
The problem is he's Cameron Payne. That's the problem.
But let me ask you,
not Chris Paul III.
Let me ask you a question. In the past 2 games, who's been the better player on the court? Cameron Payne or Chris Paul?
Well, it's not even close.
Exactly. That's why you let Payne play.
Well, they should have let him play the whole game last night, and they would have had a better chance.
Because you don't get anything by starting Chris Paul and only playing him 2 minutes in the second half. What do you get out of that? Unless you got a 30-point lead. Do you believe you can build a 30-point lead on the Lakers at the half? I don't.
And this brings me to DeAndre Ayton. Do you realize, if you look at your little stat sheet there, the points in the paint, do you see what the Lakers scored? 58 points in the paint to 38 for Phoenix. 58 to 38. Do you see the rebounds?
They got crushed.
51 to 35. 51 to 35. Let's go back to points in the paint. I think the NBA made a rule this year that DeAndre Ayton can only play offense. It's like when I was growing up in Oklahoma, they had this stupid rule for girls basketball where it was 3 and 3,
Right.
where the girls couldn't cross.
Half
3
court.
had to play defense.
Right.
Well, it's like Ayton's got the girls' rules where he can't play defense. I don't know if he even showed up. He would completely disappear on defense in the lane. They had nobody protecting the rim the whole night.
But the thing is, Skip, is that if you take Ayton away, they're not a big team. The Lakers have decided to say, you know what? Our advantage is our size. We got AD. We got Drum. We got Gasol. Skip, in 20 minutes, Drum had 11 rebounds. In 23 minutes, Kuzma had 10 rebounds. AD had 11 rebounds. LeBron had 6 rebounds. So they're a smallish team that they trot out there. And if AD never goes out of the ball game, you're really in trouble because now you're trying to go Kamansky, Saric against Drum and AD or Gasol. That's not going to work. They're small. Both. I still didn't like his substitution pattern because I thought Drum should have played a little bit more last night, Skip. But the advantage that you've had all year long is that you were a big team. Play big. You're not a three-point shooting. The percentages say you're not a three-point shooting team, Lakers. Now, I don't know what y'all think you are, but I know points in the paint
Okay.
says that you're a better inside team than outside team.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to start calling him DeAndre Ayton, as in ain't play no defense, because he ain't play none. He played none. I don't get it. And speaking of your guy, Big Penguin, the best defensive play of the night was made by, I guess you'd call him the backup center, Big Frank the Tank Kaminsky. How about him? Could we see what he did to Drum first half? Here we go, Big Drum. This is Big Penguin. What? You got blocked once? He just stuffed him right at the rim. What was that about?
I look at it.
Huh?
But you ain't say nothing when he spit on Ayton and dunked on him.
And then I think Crowder gets him the second time.
And what about when he hit that move on DeAndre Ayton, spin baseline and hammered it home on him?
I didn't notice that.
You did notice that.
He just got stuffed by Frank the Tank in the middle. Frank
okay. That's
Kaminsky?
okay. Skip.
Weren't you embarrassed by that?
No. Look, we know Andre Drummond is not no elevator. He don't have Zion Williams up. But I tell you what he can do. You see those offensive rebounds? How many offensive rebounds did he have last night, Skip? You see what he's doing every night. It's 5, it's 4, it's 6 offensive rebounds, which gives us more. And you see, that's why you criticizing Ayton. Because the Drum is eating on the glass, just eating.
I think I could get a rebound against Ayton. Ayton.
That man 7 foot tall, 270.
Well, he used to be. I thought he was. I don't know. Maybe he shrank. I don't know.
Okay, he's straight now.
Shannon, it is over. I told you yesterday going into game 3, it was 1-1 and it was over. And I think you now agree it's going to be over very quickly for what's left of the Phoenix setting Suns.
It didn't
Am I
matter.
right?
Phoenix Sun, Capri Sun, Mohegan Sun. The
Mohegan
sun's
Sun.
about to set.
They're,
Lakers are fine.
they're about to be at Mohegan Sun on vacation.
Yep. Well, we look good that third quarter, Skip. You see O'Brien?
Against what?
O'Brien came that thing.
The 26 and 39 Suns.
No.
Impressive.
No, Skip, I'm not going to let you do that. I'm not going to let you say what they were in 2019, 2020.
Well, minus Chris Paul.
They were the number 2 seed this year. That's what they were. So we're going to judge them accordingly
with
to their
the
record.
MVP candidate, Chris Paul.
Well, hold on. Now, when LeBron James was hobbling, you told me the Hall of Famer that sit across from me tell me if you're on the court, you're healthy. Okay, then Chris Paul is healthy.
Okay, final point. There was the scare that you mentioned. 2:36 left in the first half. AD chased down block on Booker. And they tangle and tumble, and
like
I don't know what happened. I think he hyperextended his knee.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. That's what it looked like.
And he hobbles after this.
Oh, you see,
He did. He stabbed it in the floor. So it hyperextended. And yet, as much as he hobbled, he plays the rest of the night. And I'm thinking, the Lakers can be the fakers, and they can really, they're the floppers, right? No. Was he just like laying it on thick like LeBron does?
You saw that. But here's the thing. The difference between AD and LA and LA and AD in New Orleans. AD's out of that ball game.
He would have been. I agree. No, he sucked it up. He did score 0 in the fourth quarter after playing 9 minutes, and that concerned me a little bit because they didn't need him.
We don't need him. We didn't need him.
He had done all the damage he needed to do.
All the damage he needed to do,
I agree.
he had done.
Yep.
Coach James did some damage.
Well, as long as AD is 98% healthy going forward.
Well, he made 4 free throws, Skip.
Yeah,
he was 4-4 from the free throw line.
Right, but he didn't score a field goal.
No.
Yeah.
And we 13 or 14. And, but